I think of myself as like Anthony Bourdain, but instead of food, it's God.
So a few months ago, I started following this guy, William Banks, on Twitter because I heard he was going to jail for 8 months for stealing 5 pro-Israel signs off people's lawns and then throwing them away. Apparently, this is the picture someone got of him in the act. Not really the smartest thing to be walking around with the murder weapon, but hey, he got 5 of them before anything happened. But also, 8 months for stealing some signs is fucking bonkers. What, he steal them from the front of a synagogue? Were they made of some Jewish material that was only obtainable by the Jewish? Like, unless he dressed up like Hitler and took out some Jews on his way out, then I think 8 months is a bit steep of a punishment for the crime at hand. But according to this website, William here is a journalist. According to his YouTube, though, he is an actor and makes movies. Comedy. One of his videos also just so happens to be an interview he did about going to jail. And whether or not you're on this guy's side, something seems off about him. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but this is the kind of person who gets 8 months for stealing signs while the rest of us would get off with hours of community service. Like, he explains why he's going to jail, but then spends the rest of the video telling us about his beliefs and how little sex means to him. And it's like, dog, you stole some signs. Nothing about what you did could be called or would even make you profound in any way with what you're saying.
I'm not really gay. I've kissed guys before in a way that, like, I can be I'm attracted to, like, talent and, like, skill and power kind of a little bit sometimes.
So you're gay. Just say you're gay. You're gay. You don't beat around the bush and be like, well, I'm not gay, but you guys penetrating me isn't off the table. And actually, you want to know what makes him unusual? It's the fact that he's weirdly into religion to where you can tell he wants to be a cult leader, but knows that he doesn't have the look for it. Like, this dude tried to start his own religion, and just hearing him describe what it was about only proves that this dude just wanted to be the guy who's different, when really he's just saying fucking nonsense.
I started a movement called Car World based on the belief that I lived on an alien planet called Car World for 10 years. I came back and I told people my story, and they donated money to me, devoted themselves to me, and got tattoos on their arms to become my apostles.
Like, I know that there are people who are very religious and they go to church on Sunday and all that, but this guy says he wants to get rid of all the atheists through conversation. And just going by how much society judges books by their cover, unless you are paying someone to hear you talk about God, there is no way that is going to happen. Even if it was mandatory for every single person on earth to have a conversation with you, that would not happen.
You came here and you're an atheist, but I am a believer in God, and I came to this convention because it's a high population of atheists, so it's a good place for me to come to dismantle atheism and make more people believe in God.
Are you really trying to eradicate all atheism from the world?
So as you can see, he is not welcoming at all. Not to mention, saying you want to eradicate any group of people isn't going to sit well with anyone. You know who also said they wanted to eradicate a whole group of people? But after I found out he was going to jail, I dropped him a follow, not knowing anything other than he had just befriended these 2 black gentlemen. And he got a phone, apparently. But with this phone, he would give us updates from jail, and you can go on his Instagram and see all these updates for yourself, where he's playing football, celebrating Christmas, getting into a fight, even standing up to the guy he was once afraid of. This man was giving us an all-access pass, the likes of which TV shows could only hope to capture. And when I say all-access, I mean this dude was literally recording himself, telling other inmates to meet him at the prison library later on because they're breaking the fuck out Looney Tunes style.
Hey, so tonight, meet me at the library. So guys, tonight, meet me at the library.
Bedtime stories?
No, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here.
Now, I like how everyone took him seriously when he said we're getting out here. They're like, oh man, this white boy won't read us bedtime stories. Yes, I do. And when you wake up, you'll be on a beach in Mexico. How does that sound, asshole? You can't come. And what do you know? 4 hours after this was posted, does he post this video with the caption, "Escape."
All right, it's time to break out of jail. Come on. There we go. Stop hitting me. No, that wasn't me. Pull it out. Go ahead. Everybody. Go. Guys, come on. Show us where to go. Come on.
Now, the only thing that would have made this better is if he did the Keemstar I'm fast as fuck boy as he's running away.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
But here are some of the pictures he took as him and the other inmates were escaping, which is actually fucking hilarious that they had time to take pictures of what they were doing and still didn't get caught. And it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon, because as of 1 hour ago, so 5 hours after the initial escape, this guy is retweeting and replying to people talking about him escaping. Now, what kind of jail has a fence you can literally just lift up is beyond me, but people are going to get fired because of this. Because while William might not have been a menace to society, who knows what these other people did to be in there. Granted, they were locked up in the same place as William, but who cares? More than one inmate escaping from any jail is like letting a bunch of fucking tigers loose downtown. Any downtown. And what's really funny is I think this whole jail life got to him a little too much because he only had 4 months left in his sentence. This retard couldn't wait 4 months to be let out. Like, he's probably still feeling the high off escaping, but if there's one thing I've learned from watching documentaries about people who've escaped prison or have tried to escape, it's that if you think you're going back to the same prison with just more restrictions, I'd spend a little less time retweeting things and a lot more time never looking back. This dude essentially had it made for as much as someone can in jail. But like what? He had a phone, he basically made friends with every other race in that place, he was able to upload videos without getting in trouble. This dude literally built a following from inside jail and fucked it all up for one viral video. But hey, it makes sense because in this other video he posted before everything happened, he says how he likes to put himself out there and get all this attention.
Yeah, I like my life to be on display. I like to put myself out there.
100% he did not think anything through past escaping, and hey, maybe he did and he's doing all this posting from his hideout in Mexico. But yeah guys, I didn't really get shown all of his posts, so I didn't even see the post about him telling the other guys to meet him in the library until after he already escaped. I do know one thing though, and that's that he better make the most of his escape, because when he is eventually caught, they are not going to let him see another phone until the iPhone 50 comes out. Again, I don't think the positives of doing this outweigh the negatives in any way other than your temporary freedom, but hey, I'm not William, and I thank Satan every day for that. I thank God that I can make you videos every day. Until tomorrow, peace. So I actually waited to record this today, meaning the day after this happened, and there isn't really much of an update. Anything you Google comes back to his Twitter, and even if you Google Escape Prisoners Connecticut, which is something that I would think is newsworthy, it's not being reported by anyone. There was this one article trying to say that William is a comedian and that this was his latest bit, but I'm not gonna believe that just yet. But there is nothing talking about prisoners escaping from any jail recently in Connecticut, which is where he was locked up. Maybe they think if nobody said anything that nobody's gonna talk about it, but hey, I did, and now you guys know about it, so they did a pretty shitty job. Until tomorrow, again, peace, again.